Good morning and welcome to another edition of Outside of GENIE, where we'll be looking at the race meeting from the Vaal, the 22nd of June. I apologize. But before we look at the race meeting and the betting, I just would like to share something with you because, sometimes I get a lot of flack from people. Now, from the weekend, this is my best bets over the weekend that I've given so far. So on Friday, I gave you Mr. Mainstay, 5-2. On Saturday, I gave you Verenici. He was 5-2. He drifted to 28-10 on World Sports Betting. Also on Saturday, Sabrina's Prodigy was 6-1. Starting price 8-1. I was looking at him. Maybe he lost a leg on his way to the start. I couldn't believe that price. Also, then on Sunday, I gave you Sudden Song 9-2. And yesterday at Greyville, also my best bet, Smart William, came home smoking a pipe at 15-4. So surely I think that is good value. And if you sign up for Outside of GENIE, you could make your subscription fee back on one go. So here we are at the Vaal today, and let's have a look at the form and the betting. Now, here we got the first race, which is a maiden juvenile plate. And as you know, I don't normally do selections on juveniles, but I've got something I'll share with you just now. So let's have a look at the betting first. Here we have number 7, Wings of Mike, 11-10, 12-10, Elysian Chief, 13-2, Brief Crusade, 16-1, Wave Warrior, 20-1, Song of Liberty, 22-1, Mike the Pilot, and 25-1, Gone in Time. Now, if you have a look at number 7, this is number 7 that is what we call a jockey strike. A jockey strike is, for those people who doesn't know, is where a jockey rides for a trainer which he don't normally rides for. He doesn't ride a lot of horses for that trainer. But if we do, then you must know that that's going to be the business. And here we have today Gavin Arena riding for Dave Nieuwenhuis. And he has ridden for him before. And he has got a good record for him. It's more than 10% wins. And yes, Wings of Mike, which is a Vaal out of overseas, USA mare and Root Messiah. So certainly the word must be out on this one. So if you do feel you want to play in the first race, that might be the way to go. But it's just a thought of mine. Then we go to race number 2, where the betting is as follows. Warship 9-2, Lucy English 18-10, 5-1, What a Miracle, 7-1, Turn Tight, 11-1, Winter Renegade, 12, Pristine in Pink, 8-1, Queen of the North, and Better the Rest. Now, again, yeah, this is just something I want to show you here, which I've saw here, number 7, Turn Tide. Guys, I'm telling you, you need to follow this stallion, the United States. His very first runner was for Mike Azzi. I forgot her name now, Shai something. She won 2 races in a row. She won her first race in a future. And I'm thinking this stallion, the United States, and this is out of a mare by Vaal. I'm thinking, and again here, I just noticed now, it is Gavin Arena on board. So you need to watch that. And also here, Gavin Arena doesn't ride a lot for Roy Magner. It's only had 12 rides for him. So certainly this can be also like a sort of a jockey strike. So just watch the betting on this one. That's it, but I'm just giving you my input on that. Then we move to race number 3, which is a maiden plate over 1,200 meters. And let's have a look here at the betting. The betting is as follows. Number 5, Dice 7-10, Never, No Way, 28-10, General Hancock 6-1, 22-1, and Better the Rest. Yeah, it looks like it's a race between 3 horses here. Now here is your favorite, is number 5, Dice, William Longsword. It's also a 2-year-old debut very nicely. And yeah, I can follow up. But I'm liking, I like the breeding of this, the USA Stallion by Street Crime Mare. You have to watch this. This horse is still 6 months younger than the other horses. But normally these horses coming from MOC, they have got ability. So I won't be rushing taking 7 to 10 against the first timer from the Mike de Kock stable. That is for sure. Then for outsider selection, I think you can put in your quartets and trifecta selections would be number 8 and 9, General Hancock. Also, What a Winter, Captain Natalie by Royal Academy May. That's very nice breed, also breeding. Again, Gavin Lerena on board here. And I think number 9, Alpadina, you can put this in the back end of your quartet. I've just got a feeling that this horse can probably improve on her first run. And today being at 1,200 meters might be that he was outpaced. So definitely chuck that also in the back end of your quartets and trifectas. We then also move to race 4, which is a maiden plate of finish a mares over 1,200 meters. And here the betting is as follows: number 10, 5 to 2, a first timer, Metroic 7 to 2, Lady of the Flame 15 to 4, 17 to 2, Dancing Arabian, Queen Tudora 10 to 1, 15 to 1, Frosted Ives, Savage Love 18 to 1, Ike George's 20 to 1, and better the rest. So here in race 4, we just quickly look at the first timer, number 10, McKenna Sky. It's an act of war by Admire Mare. Yeah, certainly, I think nicely bred. But I'm going here for number 11, the 2-year-old. It has 2 runs. I think the 1,200 meters will suit Kumalo. I nearly fell off my chair when I saw Samanga Kumalo was riding for Sean Terry. I couldn't believe my eyes. I mean, years ago, they had a very good partnership going, and then Sean Terry started doing Lyle Hewitson, and it looks like meteoric Samanga Kumalo fell out of favor for Sean Terry, but I'm glad to see him. He's back in the saddle for the Terry stable, and good luck to him. Now, in this race, my outsider selections, number 7, Ike Georges, had 2 runs, and I'm very certain that the 1,200 meters is going to suit him. This horse comes up from a long layoff, 334 days, and maybe sometimes horses like to run fresh. So do include number 7. You never know if this horse is going to run fresh today. And then also my other outsider selection is number 15, which is Savage Love. This horse is getting -4. This jockey is very competent. Don't leave this out to your quartet and trifecta selectors. It can easily win this race or even place, causing a huge upset. Then we move on to the next race, which is race number 5. It's a maiden plate over 1,700 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Grimaldi 29 to 20. 3 to 1, Brenner Pass. Believe in the Future 13 to 2. Light Warrior 13 to 2. Parker Jetrix 9 to 1. Pride of France 11 to 1 and 22 to bet and to 1 and better. The rest. Now here in race 5, I'm not going to go with Grimaldi. This horse has disappointed me numerous times, and I'm going to not pass it by, but my selection here is number 6, Light Warrior, a 4-year-old, has been running places again, Kumalo, from a good draw. This horse runs on well, here fastest 400, third fastest 400, and I'm thinking number 6, Light Warrior, is going to run a huge race. And then I'm also going to go for outsiders. I'm going to go for you, the stablemate, which is also nicely bred. And then another thing, I just had to hold on to my hat and my chair. I saw Mark Carnes riding. Wow, he hasn't been riding for a long time, but he's on this pocket Jetrix, and I think this horse can also run a better race. That really run a good race last time out, only 2.5 behind the winner. And then also outsider selection number 4, number 3, the Boogeyman. I'm waiting for this horse. One of these days, this horse is gonna pop up and cause a huge upset. I'm sure of that. And maybe not today, but definitely follow this horse. And then you have number 1, Grimaldi, always getting beaten by one or other horse. I'm not saying not without a chance, but yeah, there's also always one that beats him. You know, one of the favorites is Believe Me in the Future, another arena horse. Yeah, I found it difficult to see if this horse can win here, but do include in your quartets and trifecta selections. Then we move to race 6, which is a betting world over a handicap over 86 handicap over 1,000 meters. Sorry about that. Just want to quickly grease my throat. Here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Enjoy the View, 7-2, 17-2. Goodwood, Captain Morisco, 9-1, 90-1, 9-1 Country Square. Impressive Duchess, 11-1. Savior, 11-1, and Better the Rest. Now, as you can see, this is a Class C, merit rated 80. And here we have number 1, Enjoy the View. Now, this horse comes from KwaZulu-Natal. Has had 3 runs here. And last time out, certainly had an improved run. If there's one thing that Baron Botha does well, I know Baron, I don't know for how many years. At one stage when I started getting into racing, I actually had a horse or 2 with him. And he's in racing a long time, and he's got this knack to improve other improve horses. And last time this horse ran 4 lengths behind Al Skeet, but that was at a 92. Now today he races in a C80, so he's very much down in class, and I think he's going to be too good for this field today. Enjoy the View. For me, certainly a huge chance in this field. Again, Gavin Arena on board. And for outsider selections, I'm going to go here down to the bottom. Hold on to your chairs and your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Don't leave this horse out of your play. I promise you, Dennis Kaysen, he comes all the way from Welkom in the Free State. And he's not coming here to show this horse the grass track. That I can assure you. And this horse has got the ability with only 49.5. He can make them run. Don't leave out this horse. Here he ran in an 80 behind Ace of Spades, only 3.7 lengths behind. Now he's getting another 2.5 kilograms off. And I'm looking at number 15. Please put this in all of your bets. If this horse, he runs on from behind, he doesn't go to the front, but he's got a powerful finish. He can turn it on. And with 49.5, he's going to turn it on. And then I like number 14 as well, Country Square. He won at a Vaal a few months ago, 25th of March, coming from behind. And last time ran second to a retailing, Marco van Rensburg on board. He's ridden the horse 5 times, 1 win, a second and a third. He doesn't ride a lot for Maroon, but he won on the horse previously. And I'm thinking Country Square, also from 53.5, huge runner in this race. Then we have number 2 here, Good Zoot, also a horse that you need to follow. Also ran in a 94 behind Sing for Nico. Definitely in with a chance. Craig Zaki on board. Then we run to the next race. We go to the next race, not run. I can't run even if I want to. 1,200 meters, Phillies and Mares, 93 divided. Phillies and Mares, handicap class B, mare rated 88. And here the betting is as follows. Number 5, Greens 5-1, May Queen 5-1, Kaila's Champ 11-2, 13-2, Anne Boylan, Bella Black 13-2, All of Me 11-1, Letitia's Angel 13-1, Snow Symphony 13-1, 12 Oaks 13-1, and 16-1, and Better the Rest. Now, as you can see, we've got here a B88. My selection is Kaila's Champ. Getting a -4 of down in class. Last time ran in a 105. And before that ran second behind May Queen. And has been running against some strong opposition. Won on the Vaal the other day over 1,200 meters. So certainly I think Kaila's Champ need to be included in all of your bets. My selection here to win this race. In my outsider selections is number 6 and number 11. Number 6 is May Queen. Luke Ferraro. This horse keeps on surprising. But on the number 1 has got a turnaround on the weights. But I do think that My Queen can still improve, definitely needs to be included in all of your play. And then number 11 is Snow Symphony. Now, I can tell you, any horse that wins his first race must have ability. It is just one of those things. Now, I see this jockey gets off -4 plus 1. So -4 is 48.5 plus a half. So this horse is carrying 49. Surely this horse can, winning his first race and of this low weight, can be a factor in this race. And then we look at number 5, which is Greens. Also running nicely behind, impressive Duchess, but in a much lower handicap, but did win an 87 before that. Certainly also a horse that can make them run. Then we move to the last race, which is race 8. It is also a Phillies Mares handicap, 76 over 1,200 meters. Here the betting is as follows. Very open race. There's Lucy in the Sky, 5-1. Big City Girl, 7-1. Follow the Nest. Feather the Nest, 7-1. Bat Arrowell, 8-1. From Here to Destiny, 8-1. Lady Mika, 8-1. Persica, 14-1. Capativa, 14-1 and 16-1, and better the rest. Now here in this race, my selection is number 2, Persica. Persica is running here in the 72. In his last 2 races, he ran against much stronger opposition, Mind Reader and Anne Boylan, 82 and 84. And he has run well in the 7th year. He won a 75 on the Vaal, 1,200 meters, going away. My Queen, and we just saw that My Queen is running in a higher division here. So I certainly think Samanga Kumalo again on board this horse. And I'm thinking that this is the horse that they need to beat in this race. The number 3, Captiviana, also a horse that has also run against some decent opposition. And I think can make a presence felt here today. And my other outsider selection is number 11. From Here to Eternity, getting the -2.5 for Paul Peter. This horse won 2 runs ago, and then last time out ran second to Big City Girl. And I think today can have the beating of Big City Girl From Here to Eternity. And then lastly, let us look at number 7. Lucy in the Sky. Also a horse that's always there and thereabouts, certainly also in a huge chance in this race. He's the favorite at 5-1. So that brings us to the end of our preview. I hope I could point in the right direction. And as I always say, break a leg.